Hello, my beautiful four pinners. Okay, this is your video for November, your invitation and your shadow video, both all in one, okay? I'm sitting at the piano right now and something started here where I'm playing a little bit of music that reminds me of the bogey and the target that you guys have for November, which is a 6. This is about leadership inside of a community of people that is your community, whether it's in your work, whether it's in your family, home life. What does it mean to be in this flow while you are living in the 4 personal year, the master builder number, structures, orders, systems, and all that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna play a little bit of music for what this feels like. Just a tiny little bit, okay? You probably know the piece. So that's it. Okay. So there's this steadiness, there's this movement to the flow of you as a 4 personal year journeyer, that you are continually front loading stability and order and structure, and you're making sure that you're not skipping steps, so that there is a super solid foundation for you in building on top of it for the future. Okay, so I'm going to back up a little bit. In these last 3 months of 2025, what is happening is a higher octave of what happened for all of you back in the first quarter of the year. January, February, and March, you were sitting in a 5, 6, and 7 frequency. October, November, December, you're sitting in a 5, 6, 7 frequency. So in February, you've got this beautiful energy of the leader that understands that imperfection is the juice, the elixir of growth and life, and requires patience and compassion, sometimes fierce compassion for mistakes and whoopsie doodles, and then teaching others to do for themselves. It is definitely a family-centric number. It is the visionary leader who can see long into the future and build sustainability through relationship and through the time and the effort that is put into really leaning in as an empathic, feeling, compassionate leader who is clear, right? Okay, so the 4, 6 frequency has a massive capacity to build for collective success that's gonna stick. All right. I don't see you guys getting a lot of sleep. That's, yeah, no, there's not a lot of sleep inside of November for you. But each day should be filled with stuff that is just really, really cool. When our feeling centers start to explode with joy and gratitude and excitement and leaning into life, like life is worth it, usually we're deep in the weeds with people that are growing through the process, and that we're loving, fiercely through the process. So this is going to be a cool month for you guys. I do need to talk just for a second about the frequency of 11. Now it has, and that's what is happening in November for everybody. This is the number of the psychic channel. And so in that way, it's a stagnant number. It's just information that comes in. The action part of it is what we do with it, right? It is made up of double ones, which means that what comes along with this is making something out of nothing, taking raw energy and putting it into, creating it into tangible form with our work and our effort, whether that's it's tangible stuff, well, it's intangible stuff. It's like your mental work is not, it's intangible, and the time that you spend and the love that you give is also an intangible asset, but it should produce something tangible, right? An action, an ability for somebody else to do for themselves. In that way, it's really rewarding. This month, you guys should just feel great about it. The 4, I'm going to remind you, don't skip steps. Don't do that. And so, yes, now is a really good time for me to switch to the shadow aspect. When these attributes start to take hold and we find that we're experiencing them, the skipping steps of the 4 could fall, through the cracks as you're working with the 6 frequency this month. And that would look like people not appreciating you. 6 has a really hard time with being overworked and underpaid type thinking when it comes to taking care of the people in their lives, whether it's elderly parents or children or friends or animals, or you're the one that takes care of everything, right? So falling into that doormat type feeling. And then the shadow aspect of that, that is the shadow aspect of that. The byproduct is your energy starts to get drained, and then by default you get tired, and you start to kind of go, I can let that stuff go. I don't really need to, I'm too tired. You fall into that type of relationship with the 6. Perfectionism is also a shadow aspect of 6, and getting stuck on minutia details. And at the end of the month, you'll have a perfectly coiffed, tiny little corner of something. And that's counterintuitive to the visionary aspect, which is open for the 6 frequency, right? So if you find that you're getting overly critical, if you find that you are focusing on small details, and you're kind of grabbing things and saying, I'm just going to do it all myself because you can't do it, right? That's perfectionism. And what we want to lean into when we get to those moments is to repivot, grab ourselves, redirect back to the invitation, which says mistakes are gorgeous, and people are going to make mistakes, and there's no such thing as perfect. And your vision is made up of the fabulous mess along the way that finally tumbles into the vision actually manifesting. That's the fun of life, I think we'd be bored to death if everything was just predictable and on this weird little autopilot, right? So you guys, there's beauty. If you think about the Sati piece, there's beauty. You've got the stability in the left hand and this beautiful melody in the right hand, right? that piece. Go grab it. It's Eric Satie, Gymnopede. It is your marker for the month. And have radical grace with yourself, radical grace with everybody in your life. Lean in with a lot of joy. Life is worth living, and it's worth loving, and it's worth having this beautiful vision that has fierce compassion and fierce grace for everybody in your life, including you. And if you need a minute, step back, take that minute, and reset and come back in and go at it. So if you need a reading with me, you guys, I'm over at 12listen.com. Just hit that little picture in the right-hand corner of this video. It'll take you right to my homepage and click on the link right there. It's a live link. I'm over there about 7 days a week. I love what I do and I love my job. And I'm sending all of you guys so much love. All right. And next month you're moving into a 7, totally different frequency. All the loves, guys.